Boy, MRP40 CW decoder. It's a great program. I've been using a version 66. It just seemed like it was easy to install. And then the MRP40 version 67 was a little different story with the Chrome and the Avis software, not software, but the Avis antivirus. I tried to do it 2 or 3 times, and I finally got it because I think it was just some little something I wasn't putting in there right, and it finally did it. So anyway, I hope this video will help you, and good luck with it, because the MRP40, use your computer along with the plug into the radio from your computer, and you can receive CW and transmit CW through your computer, through the software, and into your transceiver. So it's a fun program. I can't wait to get this started up. So over to the computer. If you give me a thumbs up and a subscription, it really helps me out. Thanks for watching. Let's go. I just first want to go to MRP40, and I'm going to hit just the, I could hit all these. I'm just going to hit download because we'll go cut to the chase. Okay, so one of the things we're going to have to do is create a folder. This is one of the folders that we're going to be putting it into. I've already created it, but what I did is I copied, and see there's program files, x86. There's 2 types of program files. You have to be careful in this. Make sure you put it in the x86. So we're going to open this up. Go to C:, and then we're going to go to Program Files x86. If you notice here, it's just program files, but we want this one. And here is a ham radio software. That's what I already made a folder for, because I have version 67 in there, 66 in there. So the file is already created. If you wanted to make a file, you could hit New, Folder, and then once the folder's there, call it Ham Radio Software. All right, now we're going to open this up, make another sub menu, because this is their old menu for a version 66. So what we're going to do is copy this, and we're going to make a new folder inside the ham radio software. So I'll come back. I'm going to right click it, hit New, click on Folder. I'm going to backspace this, and I'm going to hit Control V as in Victor to paste it. I'm going to hit Enter. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're in here. So now we've got that. We've got the file in here for version 67. Let's go back to instructions. Okay. To ensure your browser or installer can save the files to the folder without access denied, we're going to go to Properties in this ham radio software, Security, Edit, Users, Full Control. That's Allow, Full Control. Okay. Now let's see. Go back over here. We're going to go up one because it was said the main menu. I'm going to right click it. And I'm going to go to Properties, Security, and come down here, hit Users, Edit. And I'm going to hit Users again. I'm going to hit Add. I'm just going to call Users in here. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, but I'm going to put Users in there. And if you notice, even when I double click that, these all turn blue. I'm going to just hit OK. OK. Now I'm going to go in here, and it doesn't say to do this, but since I'm going to be putting something in here anyway, I'm going to right click this, go to Properties, and I'm going to go Security, and I'm going to go down to Users, Edit, and I go over here to Users, Add, and I'm going to put users. Not sure if this is good or not, but I did it. And this is our grayed out, so probably didn't need to do that, but gee whiz, here we go. Okay, now that we did that, now I'm using Avis software, so you'll have to figure out what software you're using. But I'm going to say open your Avis software and or Windows virus threat protection. Go to settings, exclusions, sometimes called exceptions or safe zone, and add an exclusion folder for this. So I'm going to go add. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go over here to my Avis software. And I'm going to go to menu, settings, and it's exceptions here, an exception. And this is file or folder, and I don't know, command line or file and folder. I'm going to set paste here, and I'm going to hit add, and it pops up here. But not only am I going to do that, I'm going to go back over here and add this one in. So when I open that and click up here, it'll give me that command line. Again, I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go back over here to Avis. I'm going to add another exception, and I'm going to add a file folder, and I'm going to hit paste and add. Now it has both of them, both the main folder and also the subfolder where it has the decoder version 67. Let's see what it says next. Important, perform a system restart now. Critically note on how to restart. Please use only Windows Start Power Reset. Do not use physical power button. So I'll go over here, and I'm going to hit this, and I'll hit restart. All right, we have restarted. Now prepare for a download. Avoid deletion to prevent Windows Defender from intercepting the file. Windows Defender. But I'm not using Windows Defender. You must save it directly to excluded folder. Okay, so what it's saying is go straight to the folder. So I go to Chrome Settings, Downloads, Enable, and see where it's going to be going. Okay, now let's see. Go to Chrome, Download, Settings, Downloads, Enable. Okay, and ask where it is. Okay. All right, here I'm going to hit these three little things here, little dots. I'm going to go down here to Settings at the very bottom almost. And I'm going to hit Downloads. And I am going to, where to save it before download? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to change this. This is where my downloads is. I'm going to change it. Now, you computer guys, I'm sure you can figure that out. But me, I'm a dummy. I'll admit it. I'm going to go back to the original way. I want to go here. I can double click that. And then here's the program files. Program files x86, where we want to be. And then I'll go down here to ham radio software. And I'm going to double click this. That's where I want the file to be. And I said select folder. Now here's the whole thing. Here's where it's going to be downloaded to. Sounds good, doesn't it? All right, now we've got that taken care of. That's where the downloads are going to go. Let's see. Okay. And I assume that means enable, where I said to put it down there. Prepare file path. Okay, but I don't think I have to do that, but I'll copy it anyway in case it says, where do you want it download? Oh, okay. I've already done all that. And now I'm going to hit download this setup, and it should go to that area, theoretically. Yes. Look, it says going here, and I'm going to hit save. Uh-oh. Well, look here. I'm having a problem here. So I am going to go look at my quarantine area. And let's see. I'm going to open up my Windows. And I'm going to get out here. Open up my Avis, pardon me. Open up my Avis. And I'm going to go over here to protection. And I'm going to go to quarantine. I'm empty. Let's go back up here. Setup. Oh, it's Chrome. Okay, let's look at Chrome. Let's see. If I go to Chrome, it says down here, Chrome Control J. Control J. It's got it marked out. So what I'm going to do is hit these three dots. And I'm going to say, download the dangerous file. Let's see if that does it. Did it download it? Let's go over here to my file and just see if it downloaded it there. This is where I was wanting to download it. Open it up. There it is. It downloaded it. Okay, now I'm wondering if we have some type of quarantine on this. I'm going to start it up and let's see if Avis has any problems. I'll say yes. English. Next. I agree. Next. I want to create shortcuts. I want both of those on there. Next. Install. I'm going to hit launch. I have read. Accept. Now what happened is I downloaded this last year, I believe, the 6.7. I thought, well, I'm going to take a look at it. And I forgot all about it. Being old, I'll call it being old. And so my 30 days are up. So if I say register later, it says number of days left of my trial. It's 0. Okay, so I've expired, and I'll say register later. So it looks like it downloaded and everything. Oh, we're not copying anyone right now. Let me just sort of show you some of the things. Receive settings. I have it on auto go max. Weak signals, decoding, CW filter narrow. And on the transmit settings, I have send on COM port, on the COM port. And if you click this, it'll show you the COM port here. I have it on 4. If you right click and you hopefully you put your drivers in for your transceiver, you go up here to device managers and you go to ports. You'll see the Silicon Labs right here on the FTDX10. It has 2 ports. On mine, it's COM port 6 for enhance, and just standard COM port is COM port 4. And I'm using COM port 4. Now, on mine, to send, push to talk, it's RTS here and DTR on here. And I'll save it. Another thing, okay, I saved and out, exit. Another thing is transmitting, saving. If you want to go by sound card, you could use your line audio codec and your speakers on the codec. Transmit frequency equals receive frequency. I think I'll click on that. And let's see, that's if we were wanting to use that. However, I want to be using the COM port. I don't know if I just turned on the sound card. I did. I want to use the COM port. Okay. So you have to change it around. Another thing is I want the transmit speed equal to the receive speed. If you ever notice you call someone, and if they're going 10 words a minute, and you're going, oh well, you're going 20, they're probably not going to copy you, and it's sort of rude as well. So I always keep this at the same speed as I'm receiving. Let's see here. A display. You can always put a window size if you want to. You can adjust window size. Let's show you. Make it here. It's a little bit bigger. It's a lot bigger actually. And let's see what else. Display, attach function windows, and that's all these. It might not first come up when you first turn it on. It'll probably be just like this. And you can adjust your display, but I usually just have this particular one off and that one off. And so when you hear someone calling CQ, let's say I don't hear it. I'll hear someone talking. Soon as I turn to him, so if I want to put him in the call area here, I just highlight it. And there he is. It seems like it's a little bit more accurate as far as receiving these things than the version 66. All right, now when I put a CQ, if I was going to CQ, I'd name this CQ, this is such and such and such, and my call sign, okay. I called it CQ for that particular button and saved and closed it. Now, if I call CQ and someone calls me, let's say this guy calls me. What I did is he calls me. So see this call right in here? It has greater, less than, and greater than in between it. When you do that, it'll put his call sign in there. And then let's say when he called you, you notice that he's 599. You can put whatever. I'm just going to put 5NN. So when it's sending CW, it will go and look at what you have here, and it'll give him the RST that you have logged in. My name is Rich. QTH is Oklahoma City. Back to you, and then I put his call sign in brackets again, and again it'll pick it up here, whatever you have in here. And this is WB5YBC, and I call this is answer. And you can just this is really good on if you want to have, let's say a CQ contest or whatever. You can have CQ test or whatever, your call sign, and then you could always have this when they call you, you can highlight it and it'll be over here. And then when you highlight it, it'll come up and say, oh, 599 Oklahoma or whatever. So it's pretty handy. I think I covered just basically just the basics, and I haven't really touched on the surface on it. Let's see, information, go max, I think I did that. Display. What about log file? Whew, what a mess. I have no idea what that is. I'd have to read up on it. But if you need some information, you could just go help English or whatever and getting started.
It tells a little bit what all you need and how it works and what you might need to do. Working DX, send a Morse code. You can send a COM port like we talked about, or soundcard, or WinKeyer. Different options on that. User interface, keyboard shortcuts. Anyway, it will tell you. This has a lot more information than I have. But let's go on over and show you a little bit about what my radio settings are.
Now, every radio is different, but I'm just going to show you my settings in here. I think if we go to the operation settings, I don't think there's too much that I'm just holding this by hand, so I hope I'm not jiggling around anywhere. But I don't think there's too much in here that we will have to worry about as far as CW. But I'm going to scroll on down, and you can stop it on the video if you want. But these are some of the settings I have under this. And digital signal processing, I guess, is this. General settings. This is just the transmit power. Nothing really that I think would make a difference on that. Let's go to CW settings, CW mode, and let me just see what all these have. This is basically the standard settings that that I have it set on. CW auto mode is on. Direct frequency RTS key in, RTS. And let's see, I don't think I have to worry about anything on the keyer. And the decode, CW decode, is probably not anything either. So let's move on over to the radio settings. I'm just PSK data. I'm not sure if that's even going to be helpful or not, but I'm going to go scroll down and let you see some of these things, because I'm not sure if that's going to have any effect on anything. That's about it. I don't think we have to worry about single sideband, but just in case, let's go through that as well. And in the white, of course, the things I've changed. Let me go back over there. All this is standard until we go down here. Transmit PF select, and then rear selection USB, RTS on that one, and basically that's about it. Now when you go back, let's see, if you're using an amplifier, I highly suggest you have the break-in delay for 600 milliseconds. I didn't have that set when I first started. I started working some CW with my amplifier on, and I'm glad it didn't mess up my relay, because it was cutting off and on, clickety click 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 click, and I thought, what in the world? Then a friend of mine said, change your break delay to 600 milliseconds. I didn't have that clickety click 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 where the amplifier was coming off and on. It stayed on until I got through sending CW. Well, there you have it. One of the things that I want to say is that if you have a lot of noise and static on your CW, a lot of times that doesn't really help as far as receiving the CW. If you can pull back the RF gain a little bit where the noise isn't so bad, and if you get the digital noise reduction and maybe the noise reducer or blocker or whatever, that can help. If you have an APF on, that can really help too. the APF we can really, if you have a transceiver, the APF can really bring up a weak station and make it really stronger. Another thing is, now I haven't tried this new software, but if a person's going really slow, sometimes it just doesn't pick it up. And another thing, if someone's going slow and it goes for an S, dit, 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 it might say 3 E's or something like that. Sometimes on the bugs, it doesn't pick up the bugs so easily. The timing and spaces on the computer sort of messes up the brain, I think. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you could give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you can subscribe to my channel, that helps me out as well. With that, good luck. I think you'll really enjoy that MRP40.